r/AskReddit, how did you forgive yourself for the bad/wrong things you did in the past? I forget. Was the question again? Dementia. My philosophy is the opposite. Forgive but not forget. I'm sorry it was how you forgive your wrongdoings, I'm your polar opposite. I will never forgive myself. I remember when my grandpa was on his deathbed, my mom told me she asked him if he had asked God to forgive him of his sins. He told her, some things can be forgiven, and some things you will simply have to pay for. As a man now, I really get what he said. I found that forgiving others helped. Accepting that those who hurt me were not bad people, but just made mistakes made it easier to understand that I was bad, I just made mistakes. Yes. Not only does this build compassion for others, it's also literally practicing forgiving, which we can use to build self-forgiveness. Whatever we're going through, there are others who have been there and others who have been on the other side. Deleted. I tell myself that I changed. If it's true. Do good/right things in the present. I've been beating myself up for nearly half a century. It's incredible how one event, one decision can haunt us for the rest of our existence. I'm living in the present. That is the toughest shit to do. Easier said than done. I wish it were that easy. By changing myself and the way I do things/interact with the world, eventually the good you've done begins to outweigh the bad, and your perception of yourself begins to change as well. There's no quick fix to forgiving yourself, and some days are much harder than others. Just be better, and eventually you'll feel better. That's a good way to look at it. I became an alcoholic instead. I was listening to someone talk about that idea of time heals, and that if it is just ignored and not actively worked on, it doesn't heal, it fades into the subconscious and ferments from there. I know I won't do it again, and that's enough for me. I taught my kids to be better than I am and hope they don't make the same mistakes I did. I killed my original self and came back as someone else. Any tips for accomplishing that? By becoming a better person. Every day, man, every day. I try to do better. I heard someone say if you find yourself cringing, or disappointed with how you behaved in the past, this is what growth feels like, and I tend to comfort myself with it on days when I remember a situation where I didn't do right, or where I was wrong, or just plain stupid. I was told that regret is a waste of time, and that has worked for me. I regret not doing that. When you did them, you either weren't worried about the consequences or thought they were the right decision. If you now regret those decisions, that means that you have learned from them. The fact that you now regret those bad decisions shows remorse and growth. The only thing you can do is forgive yourself and try to do better in the future. No one is perfect. I do the work to be better. Go to therapy, journal, practice better habits, etc. The world doesn't need my self-loathing, it needs me to step up and fix my shit. Forgiving oneself for past mistakes is a journey of acceptance and growth. I view my past actions as integral parts of my life's learning curve. While it's challenging to see some actions positively, acknowledging my reasons, whether self-serving or not, is key. Ultimately, forgiveness hinges on sincere remorse. Self-forgiveness is an active process, akin to releasing oneself from the trauma caused. I gauge my ability to forgive by considering if I could extend the same compassion to others. If I can, I choose to forgive myself, recognizing that it's a crucial step towards healing and moving forward. We all are humans, and to err is human. Just don't take myself that seriously. We all are just a blimp of existence in an infinite time. Treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion as a dear friend, from a video about shame, link. You can do two things: accept that it happened and try to do better. Or you can be stuck in that moment for the rest of your life. I say, it sucks to live in the past when everyone else has moved on. So the best thing to do is not forget the mistakes you made, but don't let those mistakes dictate the rest of your life. I don't, though it helps to accept that past me was an idiot. I have come to understand that many decisions and behaviors I engaged in during my past were mental and emotional survival. Repression and denial. Once it all catches up to me, it's gonna suck, but for now I'm golden. I haven't, honestly. I hate myself and it haunts me at night. Therapy has allowed me to block out the thoughts and regrets for a time, but it sure hasn't stopped them. I went to therapy. I didn't, I just don't dwell on it anymore. And GT, the world doesn't need my self-loathing, it needs me to step up and fix my shit. That's a great line of thinking that I should incorporate into my life. Keep a journal. Forgive yourself by saying you will. If you have trauma, get help. Go and do good things, help other people. Often if you have some specific mistakes of the past, you can help others deal with / avoid those mistakes. Be kind, and merciful. Everyone has their burdens. I also use my religious faith and community. I'm still sleeping with my twin sister at 25. Same way I forgive everyone else. Don't think about it. When I turned 40, I wrote letters or DMs to all the people in my memories that kept me up at night regretting what I said. I got some kind words, some I have no idea what you're talking about, and some silence. But it was a good exercise for me. I don't know about forgiving myself per se. There are things I've actively changed about myself, so I've forgotten the origin of the shame. There are also things I regretted even in the moment that still haunt me in those awkward moments alone with my thoughts. For the most part, I try to maintain an open mind and remember there is no shame in outwardly admitting I am / was wrong. This has helped me to have fewer things to forgive. To forgive yourself is to understand yourself, to learn from the event and to grow from that event. Strive to be better than you were the day before, then and only then will you just forgive yourself. I found this recently. I wish I would have done that differently, and at the time I couldn't. I don't forgive.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.